Good morning, everybody. So today I'm finishing up the well, and I said I would make a video. So here it goes. I bought a deep well pump, and I bought it off Amazon, so it's a bit Chinesey, but it's a 1 horsepower motor. Basically, I got a safety rope tie off. So this pump came with 100 feet of cord, so I don't have to wire anything. So basically, every couple of feet, it's kind of overkill, but I'm keeping everything close to the hose, to the main line, so I don't have to struggle to get this pump out if I ever need to get this pump out. So it goes all the way to the end. So what I did is I made this line 39 feet because my well is 43 feet deep. Because what I did is I put a wrench to my 100-foot tape measure, and I dropped it down the well to see what it is. So that's what I came up with. 42 or 43, I can't remember. But anyway, so that's the pump side. Everything's secured to the main hose, which is a 1-inch poly, 160 psi. So this is just all the stuff I've learned over the last week. So basically I ordered this. So your pump is not your only expense. You got your cap, and you got all your fittings. You got your safety line. You got your filters, your whatever. You got stuff. You got other stuff to pay for, and it's not fucking cheap. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I ended up having to choose different fittings and stuff. I wanted to go all stainless steel, but I couldn't. So basically, I got the 1-inch that goes through the seal cap. Okay, I got a coupler that attaches to a 1-inch barb that you attach your hose to. So on the top part, I just took the plastic fitting that comes in, and I turned that into a vent, because a vent's separate. Usually it sits about this tall, and it's got a bunch of slits in it and stuff. I don't fucking care about that. So I just drilled holes on all four sides of this cap. So that's plenty enough vent. So then I attached the T, and then I had to do a fitting, so a 1-inch to a 1/2 inch. And the same again here on this side. Instead of going to a pressure release valve, I don't think it's going to pressure up that much, but I'll know now. But because what I did is I went to a pressure gauge. So basically a 1-inch, 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch. Okay. And then I just put a, hose spigot to the bottom. So basically on this cap, your electrical wire and your fucking tie-off rope goes through there. And this is smooth, so it's not gonna wear your shit. But what you need to do once your shits come through here, you need to fucking silicone all in here, like cap it off, like seal it, so you get no contamination into your well. What I find is really fucking goofy, and you're going to find this mostly on the 5-inch casing caps. They're 2-piece, right? So they fucking move around, right? So basically with this well cap now, what happens is it's on top of the casing. I'm only going to remove the top part of the cap over there, and this will fit in there. So then you take and you tighten these 4 bolts, which then squeezes against this rubber, which in turn puts pressure against the well casing. So that's how it holds. And everything, all the weight is supported here. So when I bring out my safety rope, so I can get my pump out if anything ever happens, I just wrap it around this pole here and then tie it off, right? So that's all you do with that. Now this cable is 100 feet long, so it's more than what I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it over to that post there and put the switch on it. And I'm going to put it close to the top, so then I can just put a bag over the top of it for now, because I got to find, a 3x3 lean-to or a 4x4 lean-to type shed. Not too big, nothing too fancy, but I want it the same kind of color as my buildings in here, like brown, tan, whatever, stained. So that might be a little tricky to find. But I need a place to put my hoses and hang my wires and what have you, right? So that's the long and short of that. So basically, I'm gonna take my safety wire. I'll take the safety wire. I ran out of electric tape, so I had to use this fucking fragile tape for the last 10 feet, motherfucker. Anyway, that'll teach me. So that comes up through here. All right. Like so. Comes up through there like so. Then same with the electrical wire. That's a lot of hose, man. A lot of wire. Holy fuck. I'm gonna have to wrap some of that up. But anyway, we'll get her up and through. Hold on a second here, my phone's all over the place. But I need just to pull this through. Woo. Okay, so I've done that. So basically, you just pull this up through there, and I'm just going to mount this top half to the top part of this hose here. I'm going to remove that cap, and then I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to lower this into the well, and everything into the well, and I should have water within half an hour. I'm going to have to let it run for an hour, at least an hour. And whatever the bleach and shit comes out of it and whatever, I don't know. But one thing is weird is when they drilled the well, they said it was 45 feet. They lied about that by 3 feet. So, or 2 feet or whatever. Anyway, because like I said, I put a wrench on the bottom of my long tape measure and I measured how deep the well was. So it's telling me, I can't remember if it was 42 or 43 now. I can't remember because I measured it last night, whatever. So like I said, I cut the main hose to 39. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach that torque arrestor to the bottom, like just above the pump. So when it kicks on and off, the pump doesn't slam up against the casing, right? So it's like a bump stop. And that's this piece here. Fucking, you know what the goofy thing was? This fucking thing here on Amazon was like 57 bucks, okay? Now, sometimes it doesn't always pay to shop fucking on Amazon because I went to Home Hardware and this same fucking thing was 16 bucks. So I kind of learned a valuable lesson there. If you're gonna shop and buy shit, shop it, price it out, find out what's your best deal. Because nowadays with Google and everything there, that all the help you can get from online, you can make better informed decisions. But anyway, what this looks like is basically just two halves, and it goes on the hose, goes on your main hose, and it's just like that on your main hose. But then when you install it, you got to open it up a little bit. All right, so like my casing's 5 inches, so I want it to be 4 3/4 or 4, even 5, as long as it's not dragging on the casing. I want to be able to put the well in properly. And all this is going to do is stop the fucking jerking like that on the pump. So it's just a torque arrestor. So that's the last piece I got to install, along with this head unit, the last two pieces, and then we should have a well here in about an hour. We should have running water. I'll probably make another video on that because we have to run it for about an hour or so to make sure the bleach and everything's out of it. But the only other thing, got that sorted out last night. Finished getting the small unit up, and it's almost ready. So everything's secured to the ground, right? Everything's secured with rebar into the ground, and you know, all the legs are bolted down as well. So this thing's not going to fucking move in a 90-mile-an-hour wind, and I'm going to put another tarp on top of it to protect the top. So one tarp underneath, one tarp on top of the unit itself, and that way it protects the shelter logic. Now my man's down there, the man I hired, he's been helping me along the way. I had his brother here for a little while too, but I like these young fellows, man. They get up and go when they work, right? So that's where I decided to put that shelter. Secure, you know, I have it secure so the wind won't fucking blow it away like the last two. And everything's going to be anchored to the ground. So, yeah. So I'm going to line that ground with fabric. And then I'm going to bring in, basically, this is going to be like the driveway and my parking area in here. Got a lot of leftover parts, but something breaks or something cramps or something bends, I got replacement. But basically, everything's fucking all cleaned up. I got to bring those recyclables back. So it looks like a bunch of bags of garbage. I got no garbage here. That's all recyclables. That's all money. And then I got to come in and weed whack. But for now, I'm going to take a smoke break. And fuck me, man. This well was a headache. Not a headache, but a lot of fuckery. When I say a lot of fuckery, I spent an hour just to figure out all the fucking connections, like for it to do what I wanted to do. So if you're going to do this, when you plan out your well, plan out the price of all your supplies as well, right? This fucking hose 1 inch is $2.30 $2 a foot plus tax, so $2.30 with our 15% HST here, right? And then every other fucking piece after that just adds up. That cap, I think the cap came up to 150 bucks, something like that, after taxes and delivery and import charges and all this fuckery that they charge you. The tariffs are ridiculous because most of the stuff I bought came from the States. And the stuff I got off Amazon, well, it wasn't really a good deal. So fucking, I'm going to make sure I start shopping wisely now, because I'm sure I waste a lot of fucking money on Amazon because their prices and third-party sellers and this and that. If you don't pay attention to that, man, you're going to get reamed out. So anyway, this is where I'm at. And yeah, I'll fill you in on the rest. Okay, man, take care for now, and have a great weekend. Happy New Brunswick Day.